is. I think the first thing that went missing in the apocalypse was any concept of actual time.
Or day.
Or day or anything like that. So this morning, yes, I'm going to go back to work on the barn. But it's one of those things, I have so much to do at one time that I have to kind of make trips and get one thing and then bring it back. Okay, so my son, the genius, was kind enough, this was stacked up pretty good.
Yep.
He was kind enough to bring me a bunch of firewood and some logs because he knows that taking care of Mother in the middle of the apocalypse and stuff, I haven't had a whole lot of time to get firewood.
Mm-hmm.
So my sweet, sweet boy and my grandson, Zebo, did this for me. At any rate, so I've been moving it a little bit at a time because I'm trying to get my barn finished. But a bazillion years ago, I threw away my old weight bench because you can only just keep pumped so long. I mean, look at all this. Can you imagine what this was like when it was all pumped up? I could not beat the women off with a stick. It's hard to be a sex symbol. So I just kind of let myself go, right? But I didn't need the weight bench anymore. And then somebody else threw out a weight bench. Well, when I just had one, I had it in my junkyard in case I might do something with it one day. But when I got two of them, I started to have this idea. And I've actually had this idea for years, but I didn't do it. Why didn't I do it? Because they were buried under junk in the junkyard, which meant I had to start by moving junk.
Mm-hmm.
And then
The tree.
I had to take all the garbage off of them that wouldn't work for the application. So here's the thing. Anytime you're going to build something with garbage, it's going to take a long time. But sometimes you do that and the thing you create saves time. So what do I want to use these for? Why have I been saving them? Because I'm going to take one of them and stick it over here. And take the other one and stick it, well, I'm looking at most of those logs and most of those logs are not that long, so I'm going to stick the other one here. Well, now, as I take the logs that still need to be cut off of here, I'm going to put them right on there, okay? Now I can take my chainsaw, cut in from the ends, okay. But I could also, like if I had one that was being difficult and stuff, I could actually stick it up here.
Oh my goodness, yes you could.
Okay. Now, because they're not tied together or anything, and I can cut right there. I can cut right there. I can cut right there. I can cut in from the ends. So one person can now cut firewood. So yeah, I will take these little logs. And as I'm getting the cordwood off of here, I'll just stack them on there. And I'll stack them up because it's a weight bench and it's made out of all this really heavy steel. I can stack this pretty high and just start cutting.
Awesome.
All at once and save myself some time. So now that I did it, and it only took me about 40 minutes to peel all the shit out of it and get it out of the garbage, I'm like, yeah, I could have saved myself some time if I had done this, well, I don't know, 10 years ago? At any rate, so that's my little hack for today.
Awesome.
Old weight bench, log saw. And here's the thing. You think, well, people throw this shit out all the time.
Yes.
You can find these fucking things at the goddamn yard sales for like $5 and $10 all the time because people don't use them.
Right.
They're always going to,
Right.
but then they don't.
Right.
Or like me, they get all pumped up and then the girls won't leave them alone. And it's like, well, it's got to go. I got to let this grow.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, so in every generation, evil rears its ugly head. Sometimes that ugly head is uglier than other times, but it always rears its ugly head. And the real difference to how the people of that time are portrayed in history, not the evil leaders, but the people, is how they react to the tyrant in charge. Do they go along with him? Do they side with him because it's better for their business or better for their pocketbook or better for whatever the fuck they think it's better for? Is it better for their religious beliefs or whatever? Or do they stand up and fight the evil? That's how they'll always be remembered in history. Right now, we're in one of those times. We're in one of those cycles. People are making hard choices right now. The hard choices you make will say what we're remembered for. Will we be those people that allowed a great evil to enter our country and our land just because that was the side that we were on? Or will we stand up? And when we go to the polls, vote the way we feel like we need to vote. Because nobody knows what we're doing. And we can lie to them. We can still do the right thing. It's very clear right and wrong right now. So what will I be remembered for in the annals of history? I build with garbage. That's what I do.
And you speak your mind.
I build with garbage. And I don't lay down and just get counted as one of the people who goes along. Historically, nobody will remember me when I'm gone. Most of us will not be remembered when we're gone. But collectively, as a people, we will be remembered for how we acted in history. Did we say, that's okay with me? Or did we stand up and hide people in the basement so they didn't get killed? Mm-hmm. Did we rise up and say enough is enough? Or did we lay back and just go with the flow because it worked for us today? And we can build with garbage.
Yes.
And tell the corporations to go fuck themselves. That's how we tell the big business to go fuck itself, is by not spending money on their garbage.
Yep.
So what did I do? No. Why'd have Lynn turn that on? Just so I could wane philosophically? No. I also wanted to show you what I've done in the last few minutes. Now I had feed bins in the other place. I had 2 barrels. And I needed to move them. But I don't need 2 barrels. I only really need 1. And I can now take this, the extra barrel, and take it to my other milk room and replace those ones that I duct taped in plastic container back together for the second time.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the same kind of system as you've seen before. I basically did this, but I wanted to show you this because this is pretty cool. Okay, so I need a little thing to hold it open while I'm putting feed in. Well, there happened to be a knot in just the right place.
Perfect.
See?
Yeah.
That's how a plan comes together. But anyway, so what am I using? The same shit that was in the old barn.
Yep.
There you go.
Perfect.